Yo, 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 what's poppin'? Universal Friends Family Squad. This is your boy Bird once again in the building with another quick little video. Rants and raves, crazy things. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. I'm up early as usual. Got my cup of coffee going. I'm just sitting here, man, trying to get things started for the day. Um, yeah. So, like I said, good afternoon, good morning, good night, whatever time of day you're watching this. I hope you need something good for you to see. I don't know. Like I said, I be boring as hell because I be trying to figure out what to do and how to do it. And yeah. Um, okay. So now I like going live because there's no filter. You get raw, uncut, real niche type shit. Um, and today my thing is I don't just think about the connection of shit. This is one of my thought experiments that I think about all the time, and it helps me get my brain flowing for the day type shit. Some days it's easier than others. And some days it's big ass struggle. Taking me a minute to get into it, just sometimes it's just a lot on my mind. And like I said, I want to get to this connectivity, this everything's connected thing, and how I believe conscious can be, how we can unify conscious if we learn how to manipulate the things that are around us and stuff around us, and because my basis of my thinking, everything connected, is the fact that everything is what it is, and everything, no matter how different things look, how they're made of the same materials and whatnot. So my thing is this: we need water, we need air, and to be honest, we need sunlight to survive and live. Right? We need oxygen to breathe and stuff like things of that nature. Now people say that they connected us to other shit, like we are just free from tethers. I don't believe that. I believe the fact. I know that there's things connecting us. Like I said, the reason you can see shit, you know, like colors. Even if you're colorblind, you still see, make visuals. Your brain turns signals from your eyes into images. You know what I'm saying? So, in one form or another, our brains connect to everything in the universe. Everything that we see, even the things that we can't see, our brain is connected to it based on different principles. Like scientific principles. The shit, it gets deep when you think about it. Now, how can we not be connected when we can hear each other, we can see each other? If you touch me, I can feel you. And even if before you actually physically touch me, I can feel somebody's presence. You can tell when you're not alone, but you can feel when you're not alone. Like, I believe that's that's the connector right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can take it, like, you don't see the air around us, but we know it's there. We can gauge it, we can measure it, we can tell what's inside the air that we breathe, and we can tell if it's pollutants in there, if the thing's gonna harm us. And this is on a microscopic level. This shit goes way down until the essence of everything. Like I said, I'm not the smartest nigga in the world, and I don't know everything. Sometimes I get the information a little bit confused, but from what I understand, everything is made of atoms and molecules and protons and neutrons, and in respect, to what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, the grass grows in because of the sun, and like, how photosynthesis works. Um, they turn the sunlight into actual food to feed them, which is called photosynthesis. So, If a plant can do it, and we look at plants as like simple things, simple organisms. And yes, plants are alive, and everything affects. You ever watch those flowers, like sunflowers? They're known to turn and shift and move to guide them towards the light or keep them in sync with the light, so they get as much direct sunlight as possible. I do my morning meditations in the summertime. It's beautiful. But I do at least 10 to 15 minutes of direct sun contact. I just close my eyes and let them beams get inside my brain. Because even with your eyes closed, you recognize that light. You notice that light. It pierces through the skin of your eyes. Your brain registers it, and it soaks it in. Your body soaks in them UV rays and the ultraviolet energy as the sun's kicking out. Now the sun is 96 million miles away, I believe, or is that the moon or whatever? I think the sun is 96 miles away, which it's just a long way. But at the same time, when you reach out, you can get sunburned. If you spend too much time in the sun, you will get sunburned. There's not no ifs, ands, there's no, if you stand there too long, the sun will burn you. Is that not a physical characteristic of something? That's a physical property of heat, fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if we're not connected, how is the heat able to affect us? You know what I'm saying? So my personal belief is, if we learn how to harness some of these other energies out here and manipulate them and utilize them the same way that they were intended for nature to use them, we could be able to communicate the same way we use cell phones. We use radio waves to connect cell phones and the Wi-Fi shit we got. If we can teach our brain to do that, the world is a big ass fucking computer system that we just need to tap into. I'm not saying like hack the system or nothing like that, but I mean, like, what I'm saying, if you can learn, like the people who do meditations and the yogis, what I'm saying, the monks that do vibrations, that sit there and do it, all they're doing is they're basically tuning their body frequency into the universal frequency around them. And so that's why some monks can go months without eating food, because they're getting what they need from the universe around them. Now, people always say, well, if you don't eat food, you get sick and die. Not necessarily. That has been proven to be false, because people have went long periods of time, and it's called fasting. Like Gandhi, he went, he went long periods of time. I can't remember exactly how long he went, but he went a long periods of time without eating. It's called emaciation, something like that. Because you starve yourself to the point where you start, you get connected with the universe. Your body gets used to utilizing the bare minimum. See, we so used to everything, like our whole thing is to make shit easier for us. You know what I'm saying? Instead of going through those trials and tribulations and learning what the difficulties are, like we do things. Everything we design, technology is basically designed, or it's implemented to make anything easier. We make cars, make transportation easier. And the technology, once we started this technology shit, it's never gonna end. You think just because we figured out how to get one car to one car. Now we making new cars every year. Every year that car gets better and better, right? But it's like, why we can't do that with ourselves though? If I'm not talking about what I'm saying, like not put no machines inside our brains and nothing like that. I mean, like literally, like doing some philosophical, in-depth, inner thought, like thinking processes and trying to see how things connect. Like, there's people out here that can hear colors, that can smell color, and it's a connection in their brain. People say it's a malformation, but I think it's a mutation that's, what I'm saying, giving people abilities that we don't normally have. The same reason why a blind man, you heard of the blind people using echolocation, and it's very effective. You know what I'm saying? And all they doing is making sounds with they mouth the word with a little clicker, but they're just listening for the reverb. The same way animals use it. Ourselves into something like that, we could be a better race of people. We could be better. We could be better out here. But I just think everything is tied together, man. Like, like the car moves on the road, and I'm inside the car, so therefore I'm moving, and what I'm saying, in parallel with everything else at the same time. Everything else is moving there, but you don't feel the movement of the earth, but you feel the movement of the car. You can tell. How do I know I'm traveling? How do I know I'm going a distance? How fast do I know I'm going? How do I know I'm actually moving? It's not because I can feel the fact that I'm moving. I feel the wind blowing, and I'm basing that on observations of the mind. And the brain ain't nothing but a big ass computer sparking off electrical impulses that are received by other receptors that create what it creates. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to act like I'm science, Mr. Bill Nye, the fake science guy, or Mr. Neil deGrasse Tyson. But you know what I'm saying? I do look into some of these things. I do see the beauty in the complexity that is our universe, and that's nature as we see it or whatever. I just feel like it's we connected, man. And I think if when we start breaking out that mind frame where we not connected and start believing that we connected and understanding how we connected, then I think we can get better. We can be better, man. We can interact with each other better. We can, you know what I'm saying, learn to, put ourselves in other people's shoes. Which is the problem nowadays. Everybody, we got this American dream that's really fucked us up as a race of people. I believe because it's like this American dream has came in and established that okay, well, a bit of nothing. You work hard enough. The harder you work, the more you accomplish. Now that might have been true when they started this shit, but now it doesn't matter how hard you work because you'll never have what others have, and they'll never put you in a position because if it was a fair and equal society, we wouldn't have the shit that we have, the bias, racism, classism, and all this other bullshit that we got going on. We wouldn't have it if everybody was put on the same playing field, same understood the same belief. If everybody understood one truth or accepted one truth that everybody is everybody, and that the only way we can take care of ourselves is by taking care of others. You know, and that's what I'm saying. Like that's why people understand. Like I liked that shit, man. I read that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like if we come together as a family, as a one universal family. You know what I'm saying? I think we could be better off, man. I just really do. Unification of all nations and understandings and peoples and races and creeds. It don't matter how you come up. We can respect those things and we can still honor and respect others' belief systems. But just as long as we understand that instead of using those things to separate us, to divide us, you know what I'm saying, and make one thing so many different parts, you know what I'm saying? I understand the Buddhist faiths and the religious, aspects of Islam and Judaism and Christianity. I understand where these beliefs come from. I'm not saying that they're wrong. I'm saying everybody has the right to believe what they want to believe. But if we remove those as boundaries, you know what I'm saying? And like, it's like a book, okay? If I want to know what's going on in this story, I got to read the book. And that's the problem with religion. Everybody want to say that, oh, my book has the right answer. Your book does not. So I don't believe what you believe because it comes from your book. And that's separating everybody, man. We all have the same urge to become closer to our creator. We want to know where we come from, who made us. Like, who made us? Like, what did I do? Like, who did that? Like, who? And it's like everybody comes up with different answers to the same question because we all see the world differently. We all raised in this world differently. Like based on, what I'm saying, where you come from, you're gonna have a different understanding of the world. Cause your summer gonna be my winter based on where you at in the world. And with that comes a lot of room for misconceptions, misunderstandings. People don't want to, don't want to. It's like we so used to being fucking separated and all this other shit that we just don't see We don't see it being possible to come together. And that's like I said, it's because we believe different shit, and the way the world's set up, it separates us. It keeps us from unifying. I think it goes back to that story of Babel when I believe Nimrod was in Babylon. He wanted to build the spire, the tower. He wanted to reach God. Now, the tower was built in defiance of God, and it was a so what they say it was basically a response to the first flood. And now, depending on how you look at esoteric wisdom and knowledge and stuff like that from that era, it could be looked at it as a challenge to God, which Nimrod was considered one who his name actually means to wrestle with God. Now that's the Israelites, to wrestle with God. What was his name? Put it in the comments. I might be wrong about that. And if I'm saying anything wrong out of context, and for those of y'all who know, I'm trying to connect with people who actually in on this stuff. I'm not trying to argue with nobody. I'm like I said, my whole thing is my eye is open to different perspectives and understandings. And if you give me some information that or that I can get with, we can vibe with it. You know what I'm saying? If we can communicate and make these videos a little more entertaining. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is, man. It's just me going off and thinking about shit, and like I said, thought experiments and random shits. You know what I'm saying? And it's just me trying to figure out simple truths. Nothing, nothing real major. I'm not really. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not the smartest tool. I'm not the sharpest tool in this shit. Or the smartest whatever that word is. You know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, man, I think so much of what like society and civilization has done in some aspects is beautiful, but like I said, that connectivity, we have lost it, man. We have lost the ability to, see a person and be, what I'm saying, sympathetic or empathetic, you know what I'm saying? And like that's as long as we got food, we got clothes on our backs, you know what I'm saying, we straight. We take care of those close to us, and everybody else can get it the way they get it, however they get it. And if you think I'm lying, man, just think about when was the last time you bought a homeless man a meal. You don't think that's your problem? Like, we don't look at that as our problem, but that's if we looked at it as like our problem, then we'd be able to solve these problems. And that's why homelessness, that's why a lot of stuff is not addressed, or it hasn't been fixed. It's because it's not everybody's problem. The rich don't want to pay for the poor people. That's just it. But the poor people believe the rich should, because the poor people believe, like, if we can be good and comfortable with just a little bit extra, why do you need so much more than we have? And that's true. Why do you need so much more? Why do you need a 7-bedroom house when you only got 2 people living in it? When there's people out here who have 5 people in their family and they're all sleeping under a bridge. See, that connectivity, we're no longer connected to our people. We so focused and blinded, and we stuck in this little matrix simulation. What's your whole purpose in life? Think about what your purpose in life is right now. Think about, are you doing what you want to do for you, or are you doing what you need to do to get through the day? Planning for tomorrow in a situation where you're not really doing what you want to do, you're not happy, and that's what I understand. Like I said, don't shoot the messenger. This is just an idea that I've came across over the years. If you are familiar with, okay, Jay-Z did said it a while ago. He had the Aleister Crowley shirt, do as thou wilt. Now that comes from Aleister Crowley, which is one of the founding people of the Church of Satan, I believe. He's a Satanist to the fullest. I'm talking about, he fully believed that he was doing magical rituals, and he believed in the power of the power of sex and all this crazy nonsense, and which is he's a very interesting character if you look at him. Not to say that do as thou wilt, which basically is a philosophy based on do what pleases you. Enjoy the life you are given, embrace the gifts, that have been given to you by God. and just enjoy. We're not doing that. Because how many of you motherfuckers wake up, gotta go to work? Like, oh, I'm gonna have fun today at work. It's cool if you like your job, but you didn't like your job. You know, you learn to like your job, and then you like what your job can do for you. You might get some good people in there, but that's that connection that you have for your job. Now, all right, I kind of got off topic real quick. Well, yeah, do as thou will. Now we wake up. Now think about it. Everything we do is based on outside society and how society views what we do. Now, the reason why you don't walk around butt naked in public, even though it'll be an awesome feeling, you'll be warm, you'll be cool, you'll be straight. You know what I'm saying? We born naked, why we can't walk around naked? But society it's against society's civilization rules and regulations. It's against what we have been taught. You know what I'm saying? And then we go to school. We're indoctrinated with this information. Its only purpose is to make us believe what we're told later on. See, they teach us our ABCs so we can learn how to read. When we learn how to read, we can read what they're teaching. They can read. They can write stuff now. We can read it. Instead of them telling us stuff now, we can read it and see it. But we wouldn't understand shit if we didn't learn how to do our letters. Then we gotta learn what they sound like, what they look like, what they mean. If you know what I'm saying, like a sound behind a P, or you know what I'm saying, a panda, or a black, or you know what I'm saying, like a C could be a K sound, or a K could be a S can be a C sound, or a C could be an S sound, and all these different little minor things. You can't understand the language if you don't understand these little small things. And like I said, and then as you continue on with your education, you're learning more and more. Not about you. You're not learning shit about you. You're learning the basic information that they put in front of you. That's it. And then it's not the fact that you're actually, a lot of people don't actually learn this shit. They just memorize 1 + 1 is 2. Okay, so every time you put 1 and 1 together, it's 2. So you put 2 and 2 together, 4. But it's 1 + 1 really 2? No. Because if I put a tree together and a light pole together, do I have 2 trees? No, I have 1 tree and 1 light pole. I have 2 things sitting in front of me, but I don't have 2 of the same things. Yeah, which is a weird concept when you know, I can't break it down, but let me think. Wow, that's crazy. But yeah, it's just like, you know, it just like I said, excuse me if I'm going off on a tangent or whatever, but it's just the thing that, like I said, it's like so much encompassed in our day to day is that we overlook. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's so much more to what our world than waking up, going to school, to learn some shit, to get a job, so we can be part of a company to help this world run. And the only reason why you do it, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, I want to learn about this. You want to learn about it so you can get a job in the area. How many people are going to take that information and go start their own company or be a scientist, and, you know what I'm saying, who actually going to try to change the world without being paid? It's all about money. We do everything to get money, to buy shit that we really don't need. And that's what I'm getting back to. It's like everything that we do is based off acquiring something that we don't have, giving up our time. And be honest with you, is your time, what is your time worth? You know, if you spent that time, if you was focused on taking that time and utilizing, if you took 20 minutes and thought about nothing but a problem that affects you in your life, what you want to eat, it's a good decision. You take 20 minutes to think about that. You could plan out a whole entire fucking meal, right? A whole meal in 20 minutes. You might not be able to cook it in 20 minutes, but you could plan out a whole entire meal, maybe the whole day's worth of food in that little time frame, right? So imagine what you can do with an hour of your time focusing on yourself. Like I said, get into your brain, practicing connecting your brain with the things around you. That's where, like, you know, say telekinesis and ESP and shit like that comes into play. Because there are things, our brain does radiate actual waves. You know what I'm saying? They have proven this. Like, you have thoughts and you have consciousness and you have like, oh, I lost the thought. Where did it go? Probably just radiated out to somebody else who caught the thought. You know what I'm saying? And the thoughts that we have aren't our original thoughts. Think about it. How many people have thought about how to make a car go faster. But in order to know how to make a car go faster, you have to learn about the car itself and what makes the car go the speed it's already going. Then you have, you know what I'm saying? It's this like, oh God, man, it's the like this connection shit. It's like my brain is just like I got so many ideas, and like once I get to thinking about it, my brain just goes like pew, because everything, like I said, everything is connected and everything is responsible for everything else. Like I said, thought creates the physical. You know what I'm saying? If I think about moving, the thought creates motion. If I think about moving, I can move. I can get from one place to another by thinking that. Now the difference is now I have to, so for me to get here to the end of the block, I have to actually physically move from here to the block. But is there a way we can skip that step of physically moving? And that's what I think death is, man. I think death is, that's us relieving ourselves because like I said, connectivity. We're going back to connectivity and how everything is connected and how everything affects everything. You know, like I said, I can't see that blue shirt, so I'm connected to that blue shirt somehow, some way. I'm connected to the sun. I'm connected to the tree. So I'm breathing in the oxygen that tree is. You know what I'm saying? That comes from that tree. The tree wouldn't be there without the sun. Neither nor would I. Then at the same time, think about it. We need water. Water was already here, but because of the trees and the oxygen, you know what I'm saying? What is H2? Hydrogen and oxygen, right? Two, what is that? Is it two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen, H2O. Yeah. So you need oxygen to have water, and it's a cycle. It's a continuous, never ending. If you take one piece of this puzzle out of play, everything around it is gonna fuck around and fail. Everything's gonna fuck around and fail. It's gonna crumble. You know what I'm saying? If you took one atom out of, you know, if you like, the thing is like, look at the elemental chart. Some things are so similar, like lead and gold. That's why a lot of the alchemists back in the day was trying to turn lead into gold, because it was so similar. All you had to do was change one thing to the other. Like you could turn you got steel. Steel isn't like, steel is actually like, it's made up of different irons and other shits. You know what I'm saying? And they got different types of steel, like titanium. That's an element. But if you know what I'm saying, it's lighter than steel, but just as strong. And if you can change up things and you can add things to add, if I can add gold to shit and turn it into a different element. I don't want to get to chemistry because I'll say some wrong shit. But you know, give me some comments, give me some suggestions of easily changeable elements or whatever. I'm gonna get my terminology right eventually. It's just you know, it's like the words are escaping my mind right now. But it's like, yeah, if you take out a piece of anything, like, you know, if you you can't take out none of our ecosystem. You know what I'm saying? Basically, you look at it like that. Our ecosystem, our environment. You know, if you take the water out, okay, the sun gonna burn up everything. It's gonna be dry as fuck. Shit's gonna turn on fire. And then you looking at Mars situation. No organisms can live. You cannot create life without what we already have. Life as we know it. You know what I'm saying? Now, life, period. Our definition of life is based on earthbound situations. We don't know what life is like. We don't know that the space might actually be a living, breathing thing, but it just lives on a different plane of life, in a different parameter of life. You know what I'm saying? Like, we live in a physical situation. But I think it's more, I think, to be honest with you, I think it's more of a conscious situation than anything, because it's just here, man. I don't know. I don't want to. I don't, like I said, I don't get to all the religious shit, like who made what. I don't care. I know it's here. You know what I'm saying? And my understanding of God is in me. You know what I'm saying? And the questions and the answers are all within myself. And trusting myself is to trust in God. You know what I'm saying? And trusting God, because I'm not just God. I mean, like, everybody's God. Everybody has God inside them. You know what I'm saying? Even if you believe in it, if you are a religious person, even Jesus said the temple is not between bricks and boards. It is within the man himself. You know what I'm saying? Or in other words, basically, that's what you get. So if you have a relationship with yourself and a relationship of understanding of who you are, you can have a conscious relationship with God, because you are connecting with yourself, which is part of the universe. You are physically and mentally and spiritually aligned with everything that goes on. You just got to believe it, understand it. People say, "Oh no, you just talking crazy shit." Okay, that's fine, but you got to remember though, even if you believe in Jesus, it was somebody who had an idea about Jesus way back. That belief system just traveled on. The only reason why you're a Christian because your parents was Christians. You didn't just wake up and say, "Oh, Jesus is my Lord and Savior." That would have been your first words. You had to learn, but you had to learn this belief system. The same way, Muslims had to learn their belief system. Jews had to learn theirs. Buddhists had to learn theirs. And it's not you just don't wake up with, "Oh my God." You wake up, you come around, you are naturally inquisitive to figure shit out. That's why I feel like religion is not a connective situation. It's a deterrent to be, you know what I'm saying? It's a power struggle. It's a group of people who want to be more powerful than the next group of people. Who pardon me on that? Ooh. I'm trying to wean myself off of drinking, so I'm working on it slowly but surely. That started to get me from over last night's drinking, yesterday's drinking. I'm trying to just okay tomorrow. Well, today's Saturday, so tomorrow's Sunday. I might go. I might come back and actually start my hunt for sobriety. I don't know. Like I said, if you know me, you know I need it. Shit, hit me up. Email me imi9vp@gmail.com. Write a comment in here, drop a comment, hit me up. Quasi Harris on Facebook. Drop something in my DM. You know what I'm saying? And just, like this, I'm trying to find people who vibe with what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? And then it's basically like an information exchange. We learn it. This is just me being myself because I ain't got nothing structured to talk about. And this is the type of shit that goes through my brain. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to become a better person. So I'm trying to, for me to become a better person, I have to understand my place in this world. And that's why connectivity has been on my mind and one of my thoughts, or it's been like, I don't want to consider it's a thought process. It's a process, a thinking experiment, a process that I haven't came to answers. You know what I'm saying? I want to say it's part of my spiritual journey, but at the same time, it's more than that because it's helped defining my individuality and my understanding of who I am. The more I learn about myself, the better the more I can see the world. And I believe that. You can learn. Information changes people. Knowing changes people. Understanding shit changes people. Like I said, I'm gonna do another video based on just the difference between knowing and understanding, learning, information, education. You know what I'm saying? Wisdom and knowledge. You know what I'm saying? All these are different aspects of one, of wisdom, and it's like, that's for later. Though. I'm gonna do that one. I'm gonna do that one a little bit later on. But I can get to that shit real good too. But back to this connectivity. So, all right, now look at it like this. I'm gonna end it on this note. I always bring myself back to this one analogy of the world and the universe as it is. I tell my son this all the time. It's the small things that create the big picture, right? So it's not the fact that you don't, like, people tell you, "Oh, don't worry about the small things. Worry about the big picture." And that's fair. I mean, that's a reasonable expectation for somebody who doesn't want to understand. Who doesn't want to fully, appreciate the big picture. Now, self-love is one thing, but self-love only gets you so far. Other people might consider your self-love as being, "Oh, he's honoring, eh, okay, that's selfish. Learning to love myself is selfish. Just wanted to be able to learn myself and let nobody else. That's selfish. Like we have it when we have our kids, man. Like that shit. You can't have a baby, bro. A real man or a real person with actual feelings who ain't got no underlying issues mentally or emotionally, a real person, somebody who has been treated with love, you know what I'm saying, who knows what love is and could not have a child and not care for that child with more care for them than they for themselves. Name one person that real. I'm talking about some real daddy gang shit. Real daddy gang shit. I ain't talking about it's some goofy motherfuckers out here. But like I said, I base that shit on that shit's off emotional fucked upness, distress, or some shit that's based on what they came up in when they was growing up, or some mental issue. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I can't. Women go through postpartum depression where they don't want to be around that baby. That's a mental issue, an emotional issue. You know what I'm saying? If you a man and you got kids out here, you got big kids out here, fam. Something's wrong with your mental, bro. Because as human beings, our whole DNA, our whole genome is based on repopulation. You know what I'm saying? Reproduction. You know what I'm saying? That's what mating is all about. We look at mating, you know what I'm saying? Like, we done fucked it up. Like I said, once again, civilization and society itself has fucked up even the basic primitive instincts that we have. We didn't implement it, you know what I'm saying? We didn't implement it, what you want to talk about? Okay, we can say, okay, sex. We made sex something that is, depending on where the circle is, dirty. It can be dirty. You can't watch pornographic material in certain environments. Even now, even if I'm a grown ass man, I'm 33 years old, and if I was sitting up on a bus with headphones on and everything, and if I was watching porn on my phone, somebody around me would find that very perverted. How was that perverted? I want to see somebody fucking another person. I want to see this dick go in this bitch mouth. I want to see this. This is something I want to see. Why? Because it's in tune in me. I'm a sexual creature. We are animalistic at nature. At the basis of who we are animals. We just consider ourselves highly evolved animals, and we put these rules and these barriers down to separate ourselves once again from others. Like I said, I'm trying to keep it on this connectivity shit. Like, I know I'm going off on tangents on different aspects, but this is how deep the connectivity shit goes, man. You know what I'm saying? Without sex, there won't be no where there will be no reproduction. There would be no babies, bro. If we ain't had sex, there would be no more of us. We would die. It's a necessity. Oh, but glorifying and expecting, you know what I'm saying? And see, we put other shit like sports. We sit there and watch sports. Oh, it goes back to Gladiator. Oh, people want to see people kill. Like UFC fight. Oh, punch them in and shit. That's animalistic. That's brutality. We want to see that type of shit. We want to see that type of shit. We want to watch people fuck. Name one person out here, unless they, like I said, have an emotional, psychological, or fundamental. It got to be a fundamental thing. If you don't like sex, there's somebody down back in your background that told you sex was bad, sex was wrong, and sex was unnatural. But then these are the same people that tell people like, okay, if you can't have sex with a woman, then what the fuck we supposed to do? I have these urges. What I'm supposed to do? That's what the homosexuality shit come in at. Now, like I said, I'm playing devil's advocate on this situation because for the simple fact that I had a conversation. This is a whole other thing, but I had a conversation with somebody, and they was talking about how homosexuality is a choice. It's became a choice. It's always been an option. It's always been an option. You can, but it's a personal option that you make with yourself. You know what I'm saying? I digress. I'm getting a little bit, I don't know, I like this conversation, man. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it off here, I'm gonna take some time, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually put some more thought into this, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do another broadcast. We're going down, boy. You got a lighter? I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all in 2 weeks of a shack chat. Deuces.